Hello, everybody. It's that college football guy here with another video. Yeah, I'm here in Batesville, Mississippi, unloading a load here. This is what sucked about last night. I got a load called in, delivered my delivery. It's like noon. Actually, not noon yesterday. And I found out that the load I got delivered doesn't deliver till 1 p.m. today. Found this out yesterday. So you got anything else earlier? No, nothing. So I sat and waited, and I got here at 12:30, and it is now 2 o'clock, and they're maybe halfway done with the truck. And then they just messaged me that I gotta try to get 6.5 hours of driving done before midnight. I said, well, provided they can get done by 5 o'clock, we can do this. Otherwise, we got a problem. Because I gotta go, because there's no freight in West Tennessee. So I gotta drive up the 55 through Arkansas to get to Western Kentucky, not the university, West Kentucky, near Paducah, pick up a load there and take it to Portland, Tennessee, which is just across the Tennessee border from Kentucky off I-65. So it's going to be fun. I'll be driving till midnight, so I figure I get unloading here. Let's get this video cranked out, and hopefully there's enough cell reception here that this thing will upload. But you didn't come here to talk about that, hear me groaning about work where I'm going to be driving till midnight. You came here for a scheduled preview, and we're talking about the California Golden Bears, who didn't exactly have a great year last season. They finished 4-8, including one embarrassment on their record. And we'll get into that. But first and foremost, let's get the housekeeping out the way, shall we? Everyone, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. We'll go into this at the end of it. We'll go through the whole thing, except those who haven't watched any of my scheduled previews before. And subscribe to the channel. Almost at 400 subscribers. Hopefully we can get up to 1,000 soon enough. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, and you will subscribe, first off, thank you. And if you are one of my subscribers, thank you. Make sure you hit the notifications bells. It'll let you know when I post a video. I try to post one every single day. Sometimes, weather permitting and everything else, as you know, because I had a 12-hour upload because I'm using my cell phone, sometimes it doesn't just go according to plan. All right. So for those of you who have not watched any of my scheduled preview videos before, go through the non-conference videos from last season and this season. We're going to decide which one's tougher. Then I'm going to go through the entire season of last season and this year's schedule, and we'll decide which one's tougher. So first and foremost, last year's non-conference games. They had a home game against UC Davis, a home game against UNLV, and then they were at Notre Dame. One Power 5, one Group of 5, one FCS. The Power 5 game was on the road. This season, their non-conference games are at North Texas, home against Auburn, and home against Idaho. One Power 5, one Group of 5, one FCS. The Group of 5 is on the road. So I got to say that last season's, because Notre Dame was on the road versus Auburn. I dropped something over here. I had to pick it up. That's the tougher schedule. Last season's schedule was tougher. So let's go through the entire schedule from last season. Week 1, start off at home against UC Davis, blew them out 34-13. Home game against UNLV. Everybody was saying on there, I said, friends of mine were going in big places. UNLV was, I think it was 10-point underdogs. Told them if they could find a way to bet on them, do it. So I think they're going to cover. And sure enough, they did. Cal only won 20-14. They only won by 6. At Notre Dame, this was actually surprising. They lost to Notre Dame, not a surprise. 24-17, that was a surprise. They only lost by 7. Okay, home against Arizona, won 49-31, tough game. At Washington State, yeah, tough opponent, lost 28-9, no surprise there. Then they came out of the bye, was at Colorado. 1-11 Colorado. Here's where they got their 1. Cal lost at Colorado 20-13. That's the blemish on their schedule. You gave Colorado their only dub of the year. Followed that off after that loss here. I mean, this was a run here. That was just bad. I mean, at the beginning of the season looked good. Because, the UC Davis, UNLV, Notre Dame, and Arizona games, they won 3 out of their first 4. But they finished 4-8. which I haven't figured out, folks. That means they lost 7 of their last 8. 7 of their last 8 games. Lost at Colorado. Home against Washington, lost 28-21. Home against Oregon, lost 42-24. At USC, lost 41-35. I'm not surprised, because who's their head coach again at USC? What was his name? No defense? What was his name? I don't know. Remember, he just can't play defense worth a lick. He doesn't deserve to be named right now. Cal gets 35 on you? Seriously? At Oregon State, loses 38-10. Oregon State got it done. Why can't you, USC? Oh, I forgot. Never mind. Home against Stanford. Got a dub, 127-20. And then they were home against UCLA and lost a close one, 35-28. So, touchdown or less to both California schools, UCLA schools. And actually, Stanford was all close too, so kind of kept it close. 4-8. Now, what do they have this year? At North Texas, home against Auburn, home against Idaho. Then they go into conference play. At Washington, home against Arizona State, home against Oregon State. Then they're at Utah. Then they get the bye. Like last season was 5 games before the bye and 7 after. And after the bye was not kind to them. Well, they have 7 before the bye and 5 after. Basically, it's a flip. After the bye, after being at Utah, they're at home against USC, at Oregon, home against Washington State, and then finish off a back-to-back road games at Stanford and at UCLA. 5 common opponents that I try to do with these. 5 common opponents that they played in the conference. Both. This damn thing. It's trying to slide on. I'm watching it slide on the windshield right now. You don't see it, but it's starting. It's like moving a little bit because I have a little mark above it and it was moving on the windshield. Anyway, I'm rattling off. 5 key components they played both seasons. Well, they played Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, Washington State, and USC. They also played UCLA. UCLA had a higher win total than Oregon State. Or did they? Well, we'll say UCLA here, but Oregon, UCLA, USC, Oregon, Washington, Washington State. But Washington State wasn't that good either, were they? Why don't we do 6 with this one for these guys? Since it's kind of all of them there. Let's do 6 for these guys. USC, UCLA, Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, Washington State. They play all of them. They swap out Arizona for Arizona State. And they swapped out, I'm trying to find it here, Colorado for Utah. Yikes. So, at Washington State, Washington, Oregon, USC, Oregon State, it's no surprise. Those 6 games, half at home, half on the road. That's not on there, so that's no change here. Your road games for last season. At Notre Dame, at Washington State, at Colorado, at USC, at Oregon State. So you got 3 tough ones there. 4 tough ones if you count Washington State. This season, at Washington, at Utah, at Oregon, at Stanford, at UCLA, and then at North Texas as well. If all things being considered, those would make it even, I think, between both of them. But the fact that you're swapping out Colorado for Utah, I got to say this season's tougher. So why don't you let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Which is tougher, the non-conference from last season or this season? I'm saying it's last season's non-con because Notre Dame's tougher than Auburn, and Notre Dame was on the road. And I'm saying that this season's schedule in its entirety is tougher than last season's. But you let me know what you think down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching the video. As they're driving around crazy with forklifts around here. Hope I can get done soon. Hope everybody's having a great day as the sun just now breaks out. It's a truck thermostat is not accurate right now because it's about 80 something outside, but because I'm parked on asphalt that's right under the sun and it's kind of reflective with, there's a metal roof right across from me and it's reflecting sunlight on here. The truck outside temperature set because it's bouncing on the grill of the truck where the temperature gauge is. It's saying it's 111 even though I know it's not. So truck's gonna be fooled. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Hope everybody's having a great day, a great Thursday. Be safe out there and please be good to each other.